Welcome guys to the XBA. I'm going it alone today. Gold did the last couple, so I guess it's up to me to do this one here. We're going to start with El Paso and Nashville. I'm excited to see this one. It's going to be Durant versus Harden. We see the standings there. St. Louis still doing very well, but Denver is up there as well, and Nashville is right in the thick of things. So pretty tight leaderboard at the top of the Western Conference. Both of these teams in the playoff hunt in the early going. El Paso right now, it's got a bit of an issue with a couple injuries here to Isaiah Nikos and DeAndre Ayton. So we got Taco Fall and Rico Bordone in the starting lineup, and right now Wyatt Price is starting to heat up. Here's Alejandro Sanchez for three. So those two guards for Nashville, it's always kind of a popular story. They seem to be getting it going here, and we get a 3-ball there for Nashville, and they are off to the races here. 24-16, McClure is going to hit a 2-pointer there. El Paso got a call timeout. Going to start off here. That's going to be Jordan Poole for 3. You got Harden with a nice 2 there. Now El Paso surging back into this one. Gordon to Bordone's going to hit a long jumper there. Carmelo, not enough defense there. And Durant's going to hit right before the end of the first half. It's going to be 36-33. Harden with 15, Durant with 10 in this one. 38-33. Wyatt Price finds his man. That is KD. He was a 99 overall, and he's playing like it with Nashville this year. Team that is trying to get into the playoffs after a couple years of just missing out here. 45-41 right now. Get a 2-ball there. It's going to be from Merrick. 47-47. See Gordon inside. Gets his own miss there. Okoro looking for some room. Again, Carmelo with the defense. Oh, Moutier, easy bucket there. It's going to be 49-47, make it 52-48. Moutier inside again. Is going to shoot over his man Taco Fall. That was easy. That was easy for Taco Fall. 60-57 right now. Here's Harden going inside against Durant. He took him on head-to-head, and it's safe to say that Durant was the loser of that exchange. And judging by the reaction, I think he knows it. 69-61. Kobe White inside. Going to draw the foul. It's going to be Sanchez with the foul. And right now, things are falling apart here for the tempo. 73-63. Durant with a 3 is going to be no good. And then on the other end, it's going to be Bordone drawing the foul. 77-70 is the final in this one here. Not enough offense for Nashville. You know, El Paso's got some good defenders, like that man right there, Maximilian St. Paul. Got Alfarica Aminu. You got Taco Fall with the size in there. So it's a tough matchup for the tempo today. And Durant with 19. Harden outscoring Durant. It's going to be 24-19 in that one. We have two teams near the top of the Eastern Conference standings. Kind of shockingly, you might say, the Washington Founders are sitting pretty right now inside the top part of the Eastern Conference. Atlanta not too far out. I mean, they're still definitely in the mix for that 1 seed. Gonna have to finish strong. Maybe make some trade deadline ideas. I don't know. We'll have to see what the landscape looks like at the end of this video for that. Charles Bassey gonna throw it down. Washington up to a big lead here. And then it's gonna go James Vine inside versus John Wall. And he's gonna make that and get the end one. It'll be 57-43. It's Azari Woods who was starting to heat up there, and Wall's gonna hit a deep 2. You know, Woods was making a big improvement this year, and he's going to hit that one right before the half, and Sobchak's like, okay, we'll take that. It's going to be 59-50 at the half. High shooting percentages there. As you see, Sobchak with 15 and Vine with 11. So Sobchak's doing pretty good himself with an easy dunk there. And Atlanta creeping back in this thing. Capella with the and 1 foul against Vine. Got a 4-point differential. Frazier's going to lay it in. He's starting to feel it. All right. Azari Woods, 2-ball, good. Game is tightening, but there is Tyler Walsh, the surprise of the draft, going to Washington. Found a starting role right away with this Washington Founders team right out of college. It was kind of a big deal, but it is going to be trending the way of the Founders. Got a steal going the other way. Got another steal. It's going to be Walsh. Is he going to dish it here? He going inside to Vine. Vine not well defended by Mr. Sobchak. You got 2-ball attempt there to kind of stay in the game. No good. Vine's going to corral it to Walsh. We got a 13-point game here, guys, with 2 minutes. So I'm not liking the chances there for Atlanta. And wow, bad foul for Sobchak. I don't know why you would foul him there. But your final will be 94-82. This one going to Washington. So Washington is feeling good there as the current #1 seed as we inch closer to the trade deadline and the All-Star game. So, just not enough offense, I don't think, for Atlanta. As we see here, the points pretty well spread out. I mean, very evenly distributed there. Sobchak had 22. I mean, obviously, no Jamal Turner is going to hurt. Turner is got a 1-week injury. So hopefully he'll be back and ready to go. And we're going to check this one out. It'll be the defending champions, the Phoenix Monsters against the St. Louis Arrows. Phoenix having a little bit of a championship hangover. Definitely not nearly as dominant or effective as they were last season. Maybe the rest of the league's catching up to them. I don't know. But St. Louis is one of the surprise teams in the Western Conference, I'd say, alongside Denver and maybe Nashville. Because, St. Louis, after retooling, a lot of people thought they were going to start a rebuild without Donovan Mitchell. But, it turns out they might actually be better off after that trade. It's kind of surprising. But guys like Pierre and Phoenix Wah have really pitched in. And they got the lead right now as we enter half. It's going to be pretty low scoring first half. And EJ Sanders inside with the defense actually wins the battle. Wow, 29-27 still. Going inside, it's going to be Randall with the miss. Going the other way. So we're exchanging some misses here. And Avdija is going to score. All right, tie ball game. Going the other way really quick here. Avdija is going to get the foul. It's going to go against EJ Sanders. Going right into the half. He'll hit one. Levanauskas. It's going to be a deep 2 ball. 31-30. Josh Hart with an easy look there as well. Gregory with the land there. It'll be 33-32 as we enter the half. Andrew Pierre with 6 points, 3 rebounds. So St. Louis still with the lead. Not anymore, as Chris Middleton is going to nail that. Mohamed Bamba inside Pierre. Pierre's going inside, wins that battle. He's going to tie it up. Got a nice 2 look there. Have not seen much of Mr. Devin Booker today. Have not seen much of him. So Murray is going to score. Phoenix Wah draws the foul. All right. It'll be 61-57. Here's Phoenix Wah. Look at that. Oh, dude, you got to execute. That was a nice move. But Randall's going to clean it up. 63-61. We got a block. Pierre going to hit Sanders. Sanders going to shoot the jumper. No good. Phoenix Wah. Nice hustle play. But again, Phoenix is not going to convert that one. We got about 2:17 left in this one. Maybe find Devin Booker. There he is. I've been looking for him. Gets inside. Wins an easy matchup. And right now it's 69-67. Phoenix Wah can go for the tie, and he gets it with 43 seconds. So the game going back and forth. St. Louis trying to come back. Halliburton for 3. Nailed it. Uncontested, virtually uncontested. Phoenix Wah trying to get the response. He drives in and succeeds. But they're going to have to start fouling, and it's usually going to be Devin Booker getting to the line. We got about 22 seconds here. Big free throw, and he will make it. 74-71. Inside, EJ Sanders going to go to the line. All right. This will be a free throw contest. He's going to hit both. Keep it a 1-point game. Going to Booker. Hit the first, hits the second. Still 3-point game. St. Louis, where's the magic? They need the magic against the defending champs. Who's going to take the shot? No chance. Adebayo, a little too deep there. And Phoenix gets the W here. 77-73 is your final score in this one. So again, pretty low scoring game, but defending champs. I mean, right now they're trying to get into the playoffs. They are currently on the outside looking in. So they gotta get something going. Phoenix Wah, though, with 22 in this game. Booker was the leading scorer, 7 for 12. Did not attempt a 3-point shot, though, for some reason. Interesting. Now, I'm curious to see this one here. We got the Pilgrims going up against the Dragons. It's the Hendricks. Oh, I can't call it the Bull. I don't know what you would call it. The Hendricks tip-off. Classic. I don't know what you're going to call this here. California Dragons, 20-23. Boston way out of it, but they're called the Baby Pilgrims for a reason. It's all about potential, all about what is coming down the pipeline. Maybe they're a free agent and a top draft pick away. You never know how these things work. I think Boston's set up pretty well for the near future, but we'll see. California, like I said, I mean, they were off to a very bad start. Got things turned around quickly. Still going to need a lot of help, I feel like, to make the playoffs. But here's Hendricks getting that one in. It'll be 14-13 right now. Pilgrims with the lead. Pilgrims just are not scoring. I don't know why. I mean, maybe they're just not a strong shooting team. CJ Thomas is going to lay it in. It'll be 36-31 right now. Jaden Hunter finding his way inside. Gets an easy two. It'll be 39-31. Hendricks, the jumper off the glass, no good. Jaden Hunter with the rebound. And charging the other way. California Dragons feeling pretty good here with the early lead. And Jared Allen being out too is going to hurt for Boston, because otherwise you got Ray Spalding and Dwayne Dedman at center. And it's an easy route to attack this team, I feel like, as you see California surging there late in the half. It'll be 51-33. And you obviously see the field goal percentage discrepancy. Hendricks does have 12 points, but obviously not nearly good enough. So as we go into the fourth quarter, things not looking good for Boston, but we got a few more highlights just to see how things are going to go here. Got Aaron Gordon. Gordon's having a big game so far. He's going to get the N1. Hendricks with a pretty light foul there. 89-66. We got CJ Thomas again finding Aaron Gordon with a huge size mismatch inside. It'll be 91-66. Braden Cardoso's having himself a pretty solid game, though. I maybe get him the ball, get him shooting some more. I mean, he's got 18 tonight, but definitely not nearly enough, as Boston again continuing their offensive slump here at 95-72. Their final score. Dragons, like I said, on the outside looking in, got a big hill to climb because of that ice-cold start that they got off to. But Hendricks was the leading scorer. Hendricks had 13 for the Dragons. All right, so let's check this one out here. We got New York and LA. Now, you guys know when the XBA was set up, you know, it favored the smaller market teams in terms of the superstars. So both of these teams have not yet made the playoffs, New York and LA. But, I mean, at this point, I think each team feels like they have the infrastructure to get it done finally. I mean, LA drafted very young at the beginning. DeAndre Hunter, Jamal Murray, PJ Washington, who they flipped. They had Romeo Langford, who they flipped. And they've been drafting very well, too. So you see a guy like McCole Gentry and Rolando Bishop. So going inside there, another foul. And then obviously New York is going big. Go hard or go go hard and go big. But Malik is getting schooled right now by McCole Gentry. Kind of had a one-on-one matchup. Let's see if Gentry can get this inside, and he's going to miss and get to the line, and that actually counts. Foul on JaVale McGee. McCole Gentry looking pretty solid here. We are going to skip ahead here late first half. It's a 1-point game, and then you got Marcus Anthony getting the lead back for the City Slickers. Zach LaVine inside, misses the lay-in. He's going to fire it out. It's going to be Murray, and Murray again. I mean, Jamal Murray's had a number of games where he has had to make some big clutch shots at the end, or pass to somebody who did. I feel like a lot of Leopards games go down to the wire. It's kind of crazy. Anthony with 14 in this one. LA right now nursing a 5-point lead. Make it 4. You got Ty Jerome in the game along with DJ Hart and Malik. Malik is still out there with the second unit because he needs minutes. Not a ton of bench depth on the City Slickers team. Trendon Watford inside. Looking for somewhere to go with this one. And who else but Malik Jones. So after that cold badge that he got, he's starting to heat up as he's got about 15 points. And this one, Zach LaVine is going to make a big dunk there. Get the lead back. LA's up 76-75. Len with the rebound. Let's see if LaMelo can find somebody, and he will. That is going to be Marcus Anthony. 4-3, 81-78. LaMelo, great pass inside. It's going to be Siakam. So the City Slickers opening up a lead here. Got it. Still 4:20 left to go. We got a miss, though, and Anthony's taking it the other way. And this New York team can run the floor, man. They're a potent offensive team here with these three big-time guards. So 93-86. Going to have a miss inside. Len gets it. And again, fast break look for New York. Stepping inside, easy buckets. It's going to be Malik Jones. 9-point lead. Murray, again, missing just nothing going for LA. And down by 9, you feel like this is going to be a do-or-die possession here. Time winding at 2 minutes. Inside, who else? No. Len, back to Jones. And there it is. Don't leave your feet so early. 101-89. City Slickers pull away in a big fashion late. They really took it to the Leopards, Los Angeles Leopards. And nobody in the stands. They either left very early in the fourth quarter or they're having some ticket sales issues out there in LA. Pretty hard to imagine that. How about Anthony Jones combo, 32 and 31? That's exactly what you want to see. If you are New York, New York is surging at the right time. So, I mean, we'll see what they can pull off a deadline deal for a center. We don't know how that's going to turn out. This should be an interesting matchup here. Montreal and Honolulu. We got Canada versus Hawaii. So, atypical matchup to say the least. But Jerome Blackman in the race for Rookie of the Year. I mean, Rookie of the Year, I feel like it's coming down to Mason Hendricks, Blackman, or who's my other guy? CJ Thomas. Yep. So, Rookie of the Year, I'm leaning towards Blackman, I think. I mean, Blackman had a rougher first month of the season, but he's playing better lately, I think, than Hendricks. But, it's a draw. It's a draw at this point. Get a miss there. 38-37 game. We got Scotty Lewis going inside for 2. Honolulu building up a lead. Deep 3. No. Blackman's going to miss that one. And going into the half, it'll be a 40-37 game. Blackman's got 9, 3, and 2. Trae Young with 11 points. Here's Blackman for 3. Gets the green there. And he will score it. 68-66. Blackman. Wow. Talk about a guy that can do everything. I mean, you got to like his game. He can pass it well. He can shoot threes. He can make flashy dunks. He can make some clutch shots. I definitely think Montreal made the right selection by going for Blackman. Got to be happy with the way that's going. But James Heath is going to get beat inside by Nerlens Noel. So we got Trae Young versus Blackman, and Trae Young's going to win that one there. We got about 117 left in an 80-78 game. PJ Washington going to throw it down for the tie. And then we got a 2-ball miss. PJ Washington again inside. Gets the miss. Foul is going to go against Justice Winslow. So Winslow's having to start Porter with another one of those injuries. And we'll have an injury update at the end of this video. But Orlando champion with a huge clutch shot there. 43 seconds left. Blackman gets the green. So this is going to be one of those back and forth battles here in the fourth quarter. I'm feeling it. Jaren Jackson inside with the lay-in is not going to go. And are they going to foul here? Finally, they will get Fournier to the line. Fournier is going to have to hit some free throws here at about 15 seconds. And he gets the first to go. Evan Fournier misses the second. We got a chance here for Honolulu, guys. Zagarach taking it up. Who else is going to shoot this other than Trae Young, right? Unless he gives it to Orlando champion. Champions for 2. No good. And foul. Obviously, game over. Honolulu going to drop this one at home. 87-83 is your final score. Montreal looking pretty good there in the Eastern Conference as well. So I'm interested to see what the final stretch is going to look like here. We got a couple months left to go. Maybe 2.5 months in the XBA. And obviously, we'll get to the end of the season pretty quickly after the All-Star game. So should be fun finish here. I mean, both of these teams look to be in good playoff shape, I would say. Obviously, Honolulu maybe a bit more secure than Montreal. But, yeah, I'm interested to see how that's going to finish out. Maybe, could be an XBA Finals preview. I know we say that a lot. Now we got 2 teams on the bubble right now. We got Las Vegas, Baltimore. Kind of a clutch, or clutch is the wrong word. A pivotal moment for both of these teams. You got to get on a run. You got to string together 3 or 4 wins, get back into that playoff field. Right now we got 25-24 lead for Vegas. And we got a response there to the 29-27. Jokic at the end of the first. So he played the entire first quarter out there. He's going to tie it up. DiVincenzo with Klay Thompson on him. DiVincenzo going inside. Going to miss. St. Patrick just throws it down over Klay Thompson. Pretty impressive there. You're going to have DJ Anthony tie it up. 47-47. Anthony again inside. Beats his man pretty easily. It's going to be 49-47. Here's DiVincenzo falling down, and Anthony with the rebound. So big second quarter there for Mr. DJ. Obviously, he's in a tough spot. He's got to fight for playing time against Al Horford and Hassan Saka. But, I mean, he's a very good contributor, obviously, for this Cannons team. And we got Klay with a 3. Baltimore building up a pretty nice lead here. Hassan Saka. And it's going to look like Jokic put a hand on him. Here is DeRozan. Almost said DiVincenzo again. DeRozan's going to miss. Baltimore pulling away a little bit. Bledsoe for 3, and that was a snipe shot there for Bledsoe. Jokic trying to get his guys in this one. Right now we have an 8-point game here with about a minute left. DiVincenzo attacking and tries to lay it in. Looks like Wiseman had the block. Yeah, it's going the other way. Bledsoe, it's going to take it. We're under a minute now, so not looking good for the Jacks. Definitely did not put that Apollo St. Patrick dunk to very good use, in my opinion. 44 seconds left, and Robert Williams just snatched that ball. That's impressive. And Williams playing a lot of power forward for the Jacks. You know, he's making a leap like he is in real life, you know. I mean, it's pretty impressive. 96-88, Jokic with a turnaround. Gets the jumper to go. It's going to be a free throw situation there. Williams again rebounds. Finds Marcus Smart, and he's just going to fire up a 3, and he actually made that. Gotta say, I'm a little surprised. 97-93, going to go back to the line. Klay's going to hit both. It'll be 99-93. 6-point game. We need another one of those 3 balls by Marcus Smart. Not going to happen as Klay Thompson has it. Just waiting for that foul. There it is. 101-93. Baltimore gets the W here as the Jacks go down. You know, Jacks, they might have lost a little bit of punch compared to last year, but they're, you know, still in the mix. So don't give up faith if you are a Las Vegas Jacks fan or even a Baltimore Cannons fan. I mean, Baltimore, the Eastern Conference is extremely tight. So, how about Jokic? 30-16. Apollo St. Patrick had 26 today, 12-16 from the field. So that was big. There, let's check out the injury report. Jackson Gordon sadly tore his Achilles. Ashia's been out all season. Obi Toppin has really killed Detroit because Toppin was a big-time rebound. Jamal Nkolo out for Chicago. So that's a tough loss again. Nkolo is kind of having some injury problems there. Nikos is going to be out for a pretty long stretch. Patrick Williams out as well. You guys see more injuries. Isaac is out. Knox is going to hurt the depth. The City Slickers. Michael Porter still 4 to 6 weeks. So this is tough. Dwayne Dedmon is now hurt. So I don't know what I don't know what the Pilgrims are going to do at center right now. Leo Guerrero's been out for a little bit. Ayton should be coming back fairly soon, but I mean he's going to miss. That's probably at least 10 games. So Kendrick Nunn. Cousins is hurt as well. You figure Cousins is going to get dealt by Detroit. We'll talk about that more later. And let's check out the standings. It's going to go Washington, Columbus, New York, Atlanta, Montreal, Pittsburgh. So the 4 teams that kind of everybody expected to be up there, and 2 of the kind of question marks, New York and Washington, in the mix. Chicago is hanging on. They're sitting at 22-23. You got Wisconsin, Carolina, Baltimore, Miami, New York, all under 500, but all in fairly decent playoff spot. You would think Jacksonville, Philly, Tampa Bay, Kentucky, a little bit farther out, but not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. And then Detroit and Boston, I would say, are way out of the playoff range. So they're really the only sellers in the Eastern Conference. Honolulu, Kansas City, SoCal, Denver. SoCal finally lost, but St. Louis drops to 5th place. They're 2 games out, though. And then you got Nashville at 3 games out, El Paso, LA I believe LA would be in 6th, 7th, 8th. So the Leopards are in 8th. You got Cyclones, Martians, Dragons, Monsters, Neptunes. So the super team, quote unquote, more like the dynamic duo for New Orleans, has not really come to fruition yet. But they're still easily in the mix. You got 21 and 24 for Houston, 20-24 Vegas, Alaska 20 and 26, and then San Jose, the point guard issue is really killing them. They've dropped 6 games in a row, in Vancouver on the bottom. So really, when we get into these trades propositions, there's only 3 teams that are going to be selling. It's Vancouver, Boston, and Detroit, because if you're a team like Tampa Bay, I mean, if you pick up a 4-game winning streak, you might be in 7th place all of a sudden. So it's too much volatility, I think, for some of these teams to really give up and totally retool. So it's probably going to be a pretty quiet trade deadline as we look into the trades here.
All right, Little Broski, thank you for putting that video together, giving a little solo commentary. As you guys know, with COVID cases rising in Michigan, my wife expecting a second child. Yes, we're having a second kid. That's a new little reveal there. Plus having Eliza here at home. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to keep traveling back and forth and, increasing that exposure rate ×2. So we're doing this a little separately this time, and so I've got the trade portion. He did the live commentary for the editing. So you guys, we have 3 trade options for you guys to vote on, but I'm going to let you guys know the trade options that you guys have here. It's for Detroit, Vancouver, and Boston. The first up is going to be Detroit. They are looking to shop and do away with their old pieces, such as Kyle Lowry, a 36-year-old point guard, plus DeMarcus Cousins, a 32-year-old center. Both these guys are, they're pretty good, right? They're going to be able to contribute for a playoff caliber team, and Detroit just trying to move on from their old pieces and get rid of that and just flush it down the toilet and basically start that youth movement. So we've got a couple trades, mystery trades up on the board here. You don't know the teams and you don't know the players. All you know is if you do a little research, you might be able to figure out who it is based on the XBA roster sheet in the description. That's a little hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You guys can go check that out if you want to try to do a little detective work and see who it might be up on the block. So we've got an offer number 1 here. Offer 1 is a power forward, 21 years old, 77 overall, plus a shooting guard that's 24 at a 75 overall with a top 10 first round protected pick. That's option 1 for Lowry and Cousins. Option 2 will be a shooting guard, 20 years old, 77 overall, plus a first round top 10 protected, plus a power forward, 25 years old at 75 overall. Third option, a center at 29 years old, 78 overall, plus a small forward / power forward, 22 years old, 78 overall, and a first round lottery protected 2024 draft pick. So those are your 3 options for Lowry and Cousins. Now keep in mind, the only teams here that I'm going to give you a little hint on, the teams here would not be going after a guy like Kyle Lowry or DeMarcus Cousins if they weren't trying to make the playoffs. So keep in mind that teams that are just basically out of it, kind of out of the picture here. So a little hint, hint. All right, let's move on to Vancouver and see what they're giving up here. They are going to try to move on from LaMarcus Aldridge, who is a 79, Joe Ingles at a 75, and TJ McConnell at a 75. So again, kind of like Detroit, moving on from their veteran pieces to try to move on and get a little bit younger and try to do some things with that youth movement, because Vancouver's got a lot of youth on that team. They should be trying to get those guys some playing time and gel and mesh with one another. So the 2 options for this trade would be power forward / center, 24 years old, 75 overall, plus shooting guard small forward, 21 years old at a 74 overall. So no picks here, just 2 players for this option for Vancouver. Second option for the Vancouver trade will be a first round unprotected pick plus an XBA 2 player to be named later. We're throwing that verbiage in there. No, we know who the player is, but for you guys, it's an XBA 2 player to be named later, right? It's about a 65 to 67 overall player. I'm not going to reveal to you the position because you got to just trust us on this. This is a position of need for Vancouver. It would fit nicely for them on what they're trying to do for the future. But if I gave that away to you, you would easily figure out who this might be. So first round unprotected pick plus XBA 2 player, 65, 67 overall type. And I think it would be a good trade. Just like option 1, they're all good trades, but you got to know that that's why we're throwing that in there, that verbiage in there. XBA 2 player. no names, no position, no age, because you'd be able to figure out who it is. All right, let's move out to Boston. We've got a couple trade offers here for Jeremy Grant and Andre Joyner. Yeah, this one would be an interesting move for Boston. So Andre Joyner just has not progressed, and that's why they want to basically trade him off and get rid of him, because they do have a lot of younger players, kind of like in that mold of Andre Joyner, that they might see a little bit more potential in them versus Andre Joyner. This is a player from Michigan from year number 1 that just hasn't really taken that next step. I don't know if it's a playing time issue or what it is with Andre Joyner. Maybe a change of scenery will help do him some good. But the other piece here is Jeremy Grant. And Jeremy Grant was really good for Jacksonville. If you guys remember, he was a big-time focal point in that year 1 run for the Jacksonville Jump. And just knowing that Jeremy Grant is a 79, he's on the cusp of being a big-time contributor for any team that wants him, right? So we've got a couple teams up here on the board, and we've got a team offering only their draft slots, a first-round unprotected pick, a second-round unprotected pick, plus 2024's second unprotected pick. So we got a team here that's giving up a lot of draft capital in order to go get these guys. So they really like Grant and Joyner. That's option number 1. Next option would be a center at 22 years old at a 75, plus a first round top 10 protected, plus a second round unprotected. So again, a lot of draft capital being moved to go get Grant and Joyner. Option 3 would be a power forward at 22, 75 overall, first round top 10 protected, and second round unprotected. So again, the major theme here, Boston really trying to acquire those draft picks, shopping a veteran, quote-unquote veteran, like Jeremy Grant, plus a youngster that a team might want to go grab and see if he's still got that potential or if he's just a bust, right? So Boston really trying to grab maybe some more custom prospects in the long haul, right? Maybe those guys would give them a better shot at growing and being the player they thought Andre Joyner would be. So basically, it's a good trade for Boston to go after some draft capital. It's a good trade for Boston to throw in some players as well, to try to go get some players that they like as well. Only 2 players here up on the board for Boston that they would get through either trade option. Option 2 offers a player, option 3 offers a player, but all 3 options offer multiple draft picks. That's something to note about Boston. All right, guys, that's going to be it for your trade options. You got 3 to vote on. Fill that out in the Google Forms. Link is below in the live chat description and a pinned comment. No contest this week as it is All-Star Festivities, plus, of course, the trade day. There will be trades that we didn't talk about here that are going to happen off screen. Basically, my brother and I did come up with some trade offers that I think will help both teams involved. And as usual, the commissioner and co-commissioner, we basically came up with some offers that in order to ensure that teams do stay active at the deadline and avoid kind of that voter or the viewer vote that would decline any of the options, because you do have the option to go ahead and decline a trade if you don't like it or veto it. And if none of those went through, then we wouldn't have any movement. So there are trades that my brother and I did come up with. They're not huge trades. They're not blockbuster trades per se, but they do help each team in the long haul and in the short term too. So we will reveal that once the All-Star Game festivities are going live, because as you guys know, the All-Star Game this season is happening after the trade day. Kind of weird. I don't know if that's happened before. I feel like it has. I feel like it doesn't change that much in 2K. But either way, I feel like it's kind of a weird timing. And what if you were an All-Star and you got traded? Who do you represent? The old team that you compiled up all the stats for, or do you represent the new team that you haven't even played a game with yet? Kind of weird. But anyway, that's going to be it for tonight's video, guys. Leave a like if you like this thing. Make sure you guys are voting in that Google form if you want your voice to be heard about the trades. And we will see you guys later on next week for the All-Star Game and, of course, the trade summary. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.